Well, look who it is. It's Facebook. What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? It's good Saturday. Been a pretty good day today, I guess. Done a lot of reflecting on stuff in my life. Kind of interesting. You know, growing up, you know, everybody wants to make a lot of money growing up, you know. People say, what do you want to be when you grow older? I want to be president. I want to be a lawyer, you know, because everybody's thinking big money. You know, and I'm not going to put a lot of, I'm going to talk about a little bit about my personal life because I want to share this with y'all on my way to work, of all things, actually. This right here, I got to go get a monitor from actually a hotel. But you know, I wanted to be like my dad. I wanted to make all this great money and all this great stuff. And, you know, I remember my dad telling me, it's like, son, sometimes money's not worth it. So, I know a little sidetrack there for a second. But basically what I'm trying to allude to and what I'm trying to get for everybody to understand is if you're watching this, you know, sometimes money is not the best thing in life, you know. So I'm gonna use my life example. You know, I've been in the audiovisual industry for actually next year will be 20 years technically in this industry since I got into it, because I really got into late 98, early 99. I always say 18 years, but it's just kind of, well, it is what it is. But really, I've been in this industry for close to 20 years since I've been out of the military. Anyhow, you know, I started on a low. I worked for some great companies. I worked for the biggest company. I even started another company in Orlando. I was actually one of the founding, how would I call myself, founding father of this company called RentAPC, which is now SmartSource. I opened and built the Orlando branch years ago. You know, so I've been on a low man on totem pole. Every time I started this industry, I've always been a low guy, you know. You know, I was the driver, I was the you know, pickup guy. I was just basically that. Yes, that's what I'm doing right now, but it's really not my role right now. However, you know, I always work my way up to management everywhere I've gone. And it's not going to stop where I'm at today. But, you know, last year, I was working for, I was working for this company and called Rent Fusion. And, you know, I feel like I was the founding father of that too, because my best friend Henry, he got me involved in this company. And I was a low man on totem pole, worked my way up. I was the manager, I was everything. I was the sales guy, I was the technician, I was the delivery guy. I did it all. There was a point in my time in my life working for that company, it was just me only by myself in that office. The only friends I had was who was in here in my head, you know. So, but I was, you know, I was making decent money. I was really doing really well, and then I got to, you know, I kind of put the owner of the company against a rope and got a huge pay raise, and you know, I'm making really great money. So then they got bought out by another company, and I'm not going to mention names. But, you know, I ended up I'm not going to go in why I got released. Because I'm not that way. I'm not going to talk ill will. Anyway, I lost my job. You know, I don't believe in handouts. That's why I haven't gone to the VA or anything like that. I believe in working for what I got. That's what my dad raised me. My dad and my mom raised me to work for what I got. They told me to work for what you get, Dwayne, so that way it's yours. You understand the importance of the value of that. Now, I'm going to sidetrack for a second. Now, one important life lessons I had was when I was deployed overseas, I went to this country called Macedonia. You know, it's right above Greece and all that. And this country is third world. It really is. Third world country. Poor of the poor. And people, I mean, we're driving on mountainsides, and people are living in stuff that they had to make out of car roofs and doors and stuff like that. I mean, just junk. And their rich community was the equivalent of us, the United States middle class. That's the rich community, the elite tier of the tier. Anyhow, poor country. Made me understand what I don't have, that I don't need things, you know. However, you know, I lost my job. So, you know, and I'm thinking, man, I've got kids to raise. I just adopted this great girl. Matter of fact, there she is, saying, hi, Father. Hey, baby. You know, I got this family. I've got a stepson. I've got 2 daughters. I got 3. I'm not going to go into that. But anyway, got this amazing wife, you know, and I'm trying to raise a great family. Lost my job. Was unemployed, was on unemployment, and I mean, everywhere I went, I was just overqualified. Even I had friends in this industry say, hey, you know, Dwayne, let me get you in. Well, next thing you know, they get me in, and then their higher ups say you're overqualified. It's great being overqualified, but when you're trying to get unemployment, it sucks. Anyhow, so, you know, I've known this guy. He owns this company that I'm with right now. It's GSEAV. Massive props out. I've known this guy, the owner, for about as long as I've been in this industry, actually. And great guy. So much of a guy that let me give you a quick story. Is back in 2011, I had a bad accident. And if you know me, we know what happened. And I wasn't even supposed to be at work. I had to go through 6 months of leaving how to read and all that, speak, the whole 9. And I'm still suffering from a little bit of that. But anyway, I was back on this medical show. It was called HIMSS, and my guys, you know, we were out there, and they're like, dude, you shouldn't even be here. You shouldn't even be here. You shouldn't be here. Because I just came out of a coma like 2 weeks prior. So anyway, so I was having a little spell, and the guy who owns this company here, he sees me, and he's like, Dwayne, he's like, dude, you all right? And I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, dude, I heard from the grapevine what's going on. I heard you in a bad wreck. You shouldn't even be here, man. He went and got me a soda and took care of me. And irony hits is my warehouse manager at the time was actually, you know, he was with me, but I introduced him to now his future employer. So unfortunately, he had to leave Rent Fusion years ago, and he started working with GSAV. So now I'm working with him now. But anyway, well, Paul, the owner, finds out, and he contacts me that I left that company. And he's like, Dwayne, what happened? This, that, and other. He's like, dude, I want to help you out. I want to really help you out. He's like, I know you got a family to raise. I got a kid. You know, I understand the whole thing, dude. And you're a great guy. I really want to help you out. Let me just bring you in temporarily. So, okay, great, cool, man. I could use the money. I'll get back in the groove, you know, this, that, and other. Awesome, man. Well, you know, and of course, I'm not going to be making the money I made when I left the other company. So, but I'm back in my field. I'm back in what I know. I'm back in what I love, other than the military. So I had this opportunity, you know. Now, mind you, this guy's brought me in on a contract work for a few months just to help me out, and I get this opportunity. To make really great money. I mean, literally about as much as what I left when I left the other company. Be a operations manager for this other company, and you know, really making great money, great benefits. And but I would be back to square one where I was a long time ago with Rent Fusion, doing everything. So, you know, I call my aunt, I talk to other people, and they all say, Dwayne, listen, you know, just because you make less money doesn't, you know, are you happy? And I'm like, yeah, I'm extremely happy. I love this company. This company's so awesome to me. I mean, they brought me in when I didn't, you know, I needed help, and, you know, I mean, it's a great little tight-knit family there. I mean, my old warehouse manager now works for them. You know, it's kind of how life evolves. It's funny how one guy I used to manage is now we're on equal field now, equal playing field. Anyway, But, you know, I had to make a decision. So I went to the guy who brought me in, the owner of this company, and I was like, hey, dude, we need to talk. He's like, okay, what's up? And I was like, so I got this job offer, want to talk to you about it. He's like, okay. He says, well, what do you think? I said, well, you want to know where I stand here, man? I said, because you know what? I have to give you the respect of letting you know, because you're helping me out, man. I mean, it's just respect. It's the way I was raised. The whole night. He's like, Dwayne, man, I really appreciate that, man. He's like, I actually had on my counter to talk to you tomorrow to see how well you felt here. He says, I brought you on a contract. I didn't tell you this, but I brought you on a contract because I want to make sure that you really like it here. You know, you're different blood than what I have here. And I want to make sure you mesh and, you know, you're happy here. And he goes, I want all my guys happy. I really want everybody that works for me happy. I don't want nothing less. So, you know, dude, I really, 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 really love it here. He's like, all right. So, anyway, so he's like, listen, I appreciate you coming to me about this. Let me know what you want to do in the next day or two. So, okay. I said, well, listen, man. I said, all right, let me talk it out. So I talked to my aunt and all them, and, you know, a lot of y'all know I have PTSD with TBI and a lot of other things. And, you know, I haven't had, I actually now, since, I haven't had the insurance since July of last year when I got let go. So I haven't seen my psychiatrist since July. Well, I got an appointment with him now finally in March, and that's awesome. You know, I haven't had the medications and stuff. You know what's amazing though is I don't have any stress like I did being a manager. I don't have all the just the burden weighing me down that I had making all that great money. You know, so with the less stress and all that, I really haven't had my medication. Now, I'm about to find out what my wife really truly thinks. My wife really likes to tell my psychiatrist all kinds of things. So that she won't tell me. But, you know, I just feel good about myself now. I really do. I enjoy going to work. Yes, it's a little bit longer drive than usual, but they're a family, you know, area, family team. You know, great things happen with these guys. I mean, really great guys. I mean, but, you know, bottom line is, you know, what I'm basically trying to allude and get to the point. The point is this, is money is not happiness. It should never be in your head that just because I make a lot of money that I'm truly happy. No, I make less money than I did. I make a lot less money than I did. But you know what? I'm happy. I mean, I'm happy. It's Saturday evening. I'm actually going right now to a hotel in Champions Gate, Florida, to go to a show called The Money Show, actually. How ironic is that? I'm talking about money, but I'm actually going to The Money Show 2018 at Champions Gate Omni Resort in Champions Gate, Florida. But, you know, guys, I mean, you know, you know, it's very it's kind of surreal of what, you know, me growing up, all I wanted to do is make money. You know, I mean, my stepmom, my late stepmom and all that was well off, and, you know, she helped take care of a lot of things with my dad and me, and, you know, my dad had this construction company. I mean, you know, give you a sidetrack, my dad built the band building at my high school when I was going to high school. But that band building at Mulberry High School is built by Vines. It was, you know, my dad owned the company that built that. My dad built the Grand Cypress where we had our high school 20-year reunion. My dad built the parking garages, a lot of parking garage additions to Tampa International and Orlando International. So you know what, when you go to Tampa International and Orlando International airports, those parking structures were built by my dad, a lot of it. You're probably standing on something that my dad owned. I mean, and my dad made great money. My dad had some of the great, awesome cars. He had a, you know, custom IROC Z from Chevrolet and you know, all this great stuff. And I always thought, man, I want to make all this money. I want to do all this. Now I'm 43, and I look at life in reverse. It's like not really looking at life as a whole in reverse, but look at the fact of money in reverse. I'm happy. I mean, yes, I'm got to make, you know, little change things here and change things with the family and do without here and do without there, but ultimately, I'm happy. I mean, both my wife and both my kids. I mean, my wife, my kids, and everybody would tell you that I'm probably a different man than I used to be. I'm not so much of a harderer in to my kids as I used to be because I was so stressed out. And I look at it now and it's like I look back in life and I'm like, man, you know, making all that money was great, but, you know, I had a customized Camaro with all this great stuff and da-da-da-da-da, and, you know, I'm just making, you know, good money, but look at it now, it's like, man, I'm fine with used trucks, I'm fine with used vehicles, you know, this, that, and the other. I mean, the old saying is money is the root of all evil. I mean, to me, now looking at it, it truly is. It's evil to a point of emotional distress. You know what? You know, for granted, I mean, this company takes really good care of me. I mean, I'm now getting a, you know, I'm getting ready to become, I'm basically now starting to do selling and stuff for my company next week. Because they know I got a lot of clients and stuff that I used to know back years ago and that love me. And, you know, and old clients from years ago that I ran into and stuff like that. But they know I'm a great, I mean, I sell things. I sell myself, I sell my company. You know, they see this, so I'm going to start trying to help sell my company to others, you know, starting next week. I mean, I'm not going to be a sales rep per se, but I mean, they're going to take care of me. You know, they're not, you know, if I get in some sales and stuff, they're giving me a little portion of that. Why not? You know, I mean, that's the right thing to do. My old company wouldn't do that. I used to try bringing clients left and right to these companies, and they would never even reach out or try. I'm just trying to keep employed, you know. I mean, if I get more companies come in, that means that they're renting stuff and doing stuff. That means they're paying us, which means that if my company's getting paid, they got money to pay me. You know, so I got to stay employed. But now, bottom line is, the root is the meaning of this video is just because making a lot of money is great, but there's a lot of stresses and evils that come with it. So if you ever have to make that decision of, do I really want to make a lot of money, you need to look at everything. You need to look, I mean, case in point, I was talking to my brother-in-law today, and this is what kind of set in too, is why to talk about this, is because my brother-in-law even said his son was in the face of the dilemma. You know, he's a college grad with a lot of great things and going on in his life, and he's going to make a lot of money doing this, but then all of a sudden, you know, he's got offered another job as a tennis pro, and he's going to make, you know, $10,000 less or so a year, and, you know, this, that, and the other, and, you know, so my brother-in-law told his son, he's like, hey, you know, you need to be happy. You mean, just because you're making more money doesn't mean you're going to be happy. So now his son now says, I'm getting ready to go play, getting ready to go have fun at work, see y'all later. Now, you know, he teaches kids how to play tennis. He's a tennis pro, and, you know, he gets to play games making money, and he loves it. So he's making less money, but he's being happy. You know, being happy is great. It's the best thing ever. I mean, because your smile, your attitude is infectious around you. You know, I mean, you know, I'm happy, which means my family's happy, and everyone else who's around me is going to be happy. Because I can be a grumpy person. And matter of fact, one of the people who know truly, well, two people on this thing video know me truly is my daughter and my good friend Don, looks right there, who know me and have seen me in some evil states. Matter of fact, Don's worked with me with one of the companies out at Rent Fusion years ago, and he knows the struggles that I went through, and now he knows the owner real well of the company I'm with right now. So I'm sure he could tell you that, hey, you know, it's totally night and day. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is just, if you ever have to face a dilemma, do I want to make more money or do I want to stay where I'm at? You need to weigh all the pros and cons. But one of the pros that I want you to focus on is family life and yourself, because that's where really you're rich at, is being happy with your personal self as well as your family and friends around you. You know, making money is great, it really is, but you know, is it really worth it in the long run? Because, you know, look at the evidence, the science saying stress and all that can reduce your life and cause heart attacks and all that. So I had to look at the fact of, I can go back making a ton of money, but I'll be stressed out every day, which means I won't you know, cause myself to have a heart attack or something like that, and it's not worth it. So anyway, guys, I'm actually got to do my little pickup. Again, so whenever you're faced with a job, an offer that makes a lot of money, just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean you're going to be happy. So I just want you to focus on thinking, am I going to be happy? Am I going to be happy? Is my stress level going to be down? Because if all that happens, that means that I live longer and people around me are happy. So anyway, guys, hope you have a great Saturday, remainder of it, Saturday night. So God bless y'all, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Have a good night. Bye.